Hi, welcome back. This is lesson 120, adding and subtracting mixed numbers with different denominator fractions. The thing that you need to know when you're adding mixed numbers is you always want your fractions to have a common denominator. So the first step, make sure fractions have common denominators. And we have practiced how we rename them. The second thing, we then add, or if we're subtracting, the whole numbers. The third step is we add or subtract the fractions, and then we simplify and reduce it, reduce if needed. Our first example is 4 1/6 plus 2 1/2. And we've been messing around with fractions enough to know 1/2 can be easily renamed to have a denominator of 6. So we're going to say 4 1/6, and I'm going to multiply my numerator by 3 and my denominator by 3, and that gives us 2 3/6. I first add my whole numbers. That gives me 6. Then I add 1/6 plus 3/6 is 4/6. And as I'm looking at 4/6, finally, the last lesson we were not able to do this, but we can simplify or reduce this fraction because we can each one can be divided by 2. I'm just putting a little teeny 2 just to remind us. So that will come out to be 6 2/3. Awesome. Now our next problem is 5 3/4 minus 5 3/2. 4 and 2. We know that this can be renamed so that it has a denominator of 4. Yay! So let's do this. I'm going to say 5 3/4 minus 3 2/4. And this gives us an answer. I'm going to say 5 minus 3 is 2. 3/4 minus 2/4 is 1/4. And there is our answer. And this is the last lesson of the book for Saxon 4. So give yourself a round of applause and join me at the practice set.